Let's talk about the music video, because you described this video as the most ambitious video that you've ever put out. What did you mean by that?
I thought it was most expensive.
Hey friends, it's your girl Emily Curl. I'm back in my virtual studio, and today we are joined by country royalty. We have Old Dominion here with us. Hi guys, it's nice to see you again.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Royalty, yeah.
Listen, last time we talked was a little bit ago, but it's always a good day when Old Dominion releases new music. So I'm so excited to be back here with you guys chatting. Your new EP, Memory Lane, is out today. First and foremost, congratulations. How are you feeling having this project out?
Thank you. It feels really special. We've been working on this music for a while, so we're excited to finally have it out.
It's cool for us on this side because we get to have a little sneak peek of the music before, it hits the audiences. I got to listen this morning, and y'all, it is so good. I feel like it's so reflective. I feel like it took me on a journey in just 8 tracks. I'm curious for you guys, I want to go back to the beginning. Those initial conversations, what did they look like when you're starting to make a project like Memory Lane?
Yeah, I think, it was coming out of, our last album, which was made during COVID, and we kind of discovered some new ways to make music, and then we started talking about all the different ways that we've made it and how could we sort of combine all of those, whether or not we wrote the songs in the studio or we brought in outside songs that we have written throughout the years. So we just kind of wanted to do a conglomerate of all of that and just really focus on making the best project that we possibly could and really kind of go through all the songs with a fine-tooth comb and make sure that we were saying and putting out what we felt was authentically us.
You open with I Should Have Married You, which is one of my favorite songs on the album, and I plan on sending that to all my exes, so thank you for that. Why did you want to lead with this one? Like, did you feel like this set the tone for the EP?
I just think it was fun. Sometimes the start of an EP or a start of an album or whatever, you just want to come out of the gate with something that is up and fun that you can just crank up. So I think that was, the choice for the first track.
And then we go through one of my other favorites on the album is Easier Said with Rum. The line that really hit me was, "You can tell this ain't my first drink, but it is my last resort." I thought this line was so clever. I love this song. Tell me about the meaning behind this one.
It's a new spin on the old drunk dial. It's just a song that I feel like when you get to that point, sometimes a few drinks in, you start questioning, what you could have done better or what you should have said. And we recorded this one down in Key West too, so it kind of added that tropical element to it. We were in the right mindset to say something like that. And so it was a really special moment in the studio to be down there on the water in paradise and, maybe buzzed a little bit, feeling a little nostalgic and emotional, and, had a really genuinely magical moment in studio recording.
And is rum the drink of choice?
No.
Just when you want to feel some feelings.
It's good in Key West. I do love rum. I do love some nice rum floater.
It rhymed better than tequila.
Yeah.
That's fair. Now, was the majority of the project recorded in Key West, or you said just this song specifically?
4 songs, 4 of them were recorded down there, and then the others were recorded here in Nashville.
And let's talk about the title track, Memory Lane, which I feel like sort of sets the tone. Tell us about the inspiration behind this track in particular, and then I got to ask you about the music video, which I love.
We wrote Memory Lane over at Brad's house one day, and we don't always have an objective of what we want to write when we walk into a session, but we just knew that we wanted some up-tempo songs to add to our live set. We wanted to write something up. So Brad had built this loop and it had this guitar line kind of going when we walked into his house. So that kind of already put us in this mindset. And then our co-writer, Jesse Joe Dillon, had this title, Memory Lane. And when the first lines kind of fell out, if I could buy a house on Memory Lane, it sort of triggered us all and zapped us all into this like nostalgic place. And we all had these images kind of going in our head. I think it's just important. Music can really take you someplace that you didn't know you were going to go sometimes. And I think that's what happened to us. We all snapped into this memory or this place that we could kind of go back to when we were feeling, stressed or overwhelmed, and could find some peace. So I think we all had our own separate journey as we were writing that song. And it's pretty cool to see now how people really are gravitating towards it and really creating whatever little movie in their own mind when they hear it on the radio.
Okay, can we do a quick rapid fire? I'm so curious. You talk about the visuals. What is that first place that comes to mind? Like when I first heard the song, I think about going to my parents' lake house in Georgia and sitting on their boat and being with them. For each of you, what is like the first memory that comes to mind? You spoke about the visuals.
When I hear the song, I think of middle school, riding a bicycle around the neighborhood.
Ooh. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I think like right now, and this might changes for me, but right now when you just ask me, I'm at my grandmother's house in Virginia and just kind of out there in.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like same thing. When you just asked it, it's like, oh, in the moment, that makes me think of, there's a lake in Michigan. We used to go every summer called Avalon Lake. And I remember having a moment where I was water skiing there and I was like, I have to remember this moment and how this feels right now. So it's like, I go right back to that.
Yeah, I guess for me, it's probably like the kind of the house I grew up in on Drummond Road there in Connecticut. Where, I used to ride your bikes around and, just kind of play with all the kids outside on the tree.
Yeah. Okay, this is like making me emotional. You're right, that song does take you back. Let's talk about the music video because you described this video as the most ambitious video that you've ever put out. What did you mean by that?
I thought it was most expensive.
Hey, but it paid off. It paid off.
Very true, yeah.
I think it's, our director, Mason Allen, he's so creative and he has great ideas. And when he showed us the treatment, he had this idea for it. I think it really mirrored how we felt when we wrote it. We were all in our own little worlds in our mind of creating this imaginary world we were playing. And so, what he had for an idea was so visual and it was so surreal that I think, and even having the dancers involved in there just created this landscape. So it was ambitious. We didn't know how it was going to be. It seemed like a big idea, but he brought it together and pulled it off.
Yeah, it's very like when you're kind of being nostalgic, you tend to romanticize your memories a little bit too, and I feel like he visually kind of captured that in some way. It's a very romantic visual to go along with.
Yeah, the dancers were amazing.
A couple of my kids were in there actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What?
our family is a big dance family, so my teenagers got a chance to be in there, and a lot of their friends and some of their teachers choreographed it too. So it was cool to bring their world into mine a little bit.
Oh my God, they're gonna have the best fun fact for the rest of their life. That's amazing. That's great. Well, speaking of dancing and hitting the stage, you guys have also been on tour, the No Bad Vibes tour this summer. At this point, touring's not new for you guys, but what is it like being back on that stage? What's the best part about reconnecting with the fans?
Touring is not new for us, like you said, but this tour is very new. It's a new sort of iteration of what it is to be in this band, because we sort of set that intention. We really, truly are trying to live and breathe that No Bad Vibes message, and we're trying to create that environment for people when they come in to the building, and we're all in it together. It's a very communal thing, and it's really fun to see our fans grow. I mean, we're playing arenas, and that's a crazy thing for us to be headlining these big arenas, and we're trying to treat it like an arena show, but also like a bar show at the same time. We're taking requests and we're playing things that we wrote for other people, and we're playing, we're trying to just bring everybody into this really intimate rock show, if you can imagine that.
Also, 2 sold-out shows at Red Rocks. I can only imagine how insane that was. What was that experience like?
It's pretty spiritual. It really is. It's and it's cool. It's back-to-back nights, so we tried to make 2 different shows a little bit and switch the set list up. But it's hard not to be in an environment like that and not just feel the energy and like I said, just feel it. It's very cathartic moment. I mean, it looks like a fake movie set. It's so incredible. And so it just takes, the connection with the fans and it heightens it. It's like we talk about with our tour, just trying to create that family atmosphere and create that connection. But it's there, it seems like it's that times 100, just like right there with everybody and all experiencing these 2 days together. It's really cool.
And now last question for you guys. When you're on the road, when you're on a tour like this, are you still inspired? Are you still creating? Or are you fully present with your fans, sipping rum, doing the whole thing?
Yeah, I think for me personally, I don't know if I can speak for these guys, but for me personally, I'm more inspired than I've ever been on this tour. And it's such a really amazing spot that we have worked ourselves into here, with the amount of songs that we have and just the ability to kind of dive into our catalog a little bit and change things up and keep it interesting. And every night is different. It's really a special spot right now.
Yeah, and it's like some of the people we're fans of too. You know, it's like you watch Bruce Springsteen or going out with Kenny, and it's like it's not just, hey, we're going to sell a couple tickets and play a couple songs you might have heard on the radio. It's we've really tried to follow their lead and cultivate this culture of a fan base that wants to come to every show. And so I feel like we're starting to turn a corner here where we have built that and we've seen it continually build. So that's what I'm most excited about with the Fall Labels tour is just bigger venues, but still keeping that like fan base, you know, and that family that we've built.
I love that. Well, lots to look forward to from you guys. Old Dominion, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations again on Memory Lane, the EP that is out right now. And of course, we can't wait to see you at more of your shows this summer.
Thank you.
Thank you.